morning. Welcome to a new episode of Digital Nomad Talks. Today I have the beautiful Adeline here.
Hi guys!
All the way from Australia. Thank you so much for being here. For everyone who's tuning in Digital Nomad Talks, we will take you on the journey of the digital nomad, honest stories from real nomads about life hack, how to deal with everything. And today Adeline is going to talk about
how to kickstart your digital nomad journey and all the mindset stuff, because what people don't tell you is mindset plays a huge role in embarking this journey.
Guys, if you have any questions about this or anything about digital nomad life, if you're already a nomad or aspiring nomad, put your questions in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe.
Alright, so hi guys, my name is Adeline Er and I am from Sydney, Australia. A beautiful place, probably not as great as Bali. I was born in Malaysia. My parents are Malaysian Chinese, and I moved to Australia probably 12 years ago, and I kickstarted the digital nomad journey about January 2018, so it's about a year now. I run an online marketing agency, and on top of that I also run two websites, Not So Basic Life and Travel Gig, where I'm on a mission to inspire and empower millennials to create life on their own terms.
So for this year, where have you been? Because you have mostly been in Indonesia, right?
Yes, this is the beauty of the remote work. You can kind of mix your travel, lifestyle, business all together. But last year I spent some time in Shanghai and Hong Kong, and also of course in Bali. So yeah.
And where in Bali do you go?
So I've predominantly stayed in Ubud. This is my first time based out of Canggu because, you know, Nina tried to get me here.
Yeah, so that's actually quite funny because she's like Ubud girl, I'm super Canggu girl.
Namaste bitches.
But now you're becoming a Canggu girl.
Canggu has a lot of beautiful men. I don't know if you're going to cut this out, but
no, let's put it in. It's true. The boys in Canggu are gorgeous.
In Canggu are like way beautiful, like you see out of a poster. On top of that, though, I think the entrepreneurial scene here is a lot better in the sense that there are more startups, whereas in Ubud it's more of a creative scene and zen and spiritual stuff. I run an online marketing agency, so focusing on digital marketing, content, and paid ads.
So how does that look like for you?
That's actually a really good question. I think that how my model works is my team are all remote or location independent, so I pretty much subcontract different parts of the execution to different contractors. So for example, I would have a paid Facebook ad specialist to run all the Facebook and LinkedIn ads. So it's almost like a lot of subcontractors out there. And I think how it's different from a traditional massive agency is kind of fitting my bigger mission of wanting to redefine 9 to 5 and also just inspiring and helping people to live life on their own terms. I think it is really important to find people that are kind of in line with that, so you know they know what is urgent and what's not. So the biggest advice for you is don't offer your skills for free. It doesn't matter how early you are, there's something that you can offer and charge for it. And when it comes to collaboration, because I think that there are a lot of business owners try to get you to work for free in the name of collaboration, ask yourself if you're getting something out of it. Because if you're offering your time and your effort and the other person is not coaching you, is not teaching you something new, and all they give you is exposure, let me tell you, exposure don't pay your rent. Exposure is not going to help you get your dream life. Unless they're New York Times or Forbes magazine, then you know that's something that I would say is real exposure.
When it comes to the digital nomad life, where to begin? What would you advise, especially aspiring nomads?
I think the most important thing is to believe in yourself and believe that what you need is already within you. I wasn't even entertaining the idea of becoming a digital nomad until I came to Bali in October 2017. So just being in places where you see that this lifestyle is possible, believing in that, that's the first thing to start. It doesn't matter how many courses you do, how much work you do, it's not going to be possible if you don't believe in them. Ask yourself, carefully to see if the nomadic life is for you to start with. That's probably the most important thing to ask. I think many people are under the impression that, it's all about cocktails by the beach, sunset, and just working 2 hours a day. And that we do that sometimes, but when there's deadlines, when there's different time zones, when you have to get shit done and you're being in an environment that you're not familiar with, it could be very challenging. Start thinking of how are you able to make your first dollar outside of your 9 to 5. So, if you are working in marketing, then you can start thinking, how can you offer your service online? Don't worry about trying to be perfect, because,
it's a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey, and you learn along the way, and you might work out what is for you and what's not for you.
Maybe we can dive deeper into more steps.
Okay. I love a good practical advice. The first thing is to really start getting more mindful and listen to what your heart is telling you, and journal on that, because that is going to guide you through your next pathway. So I actually have a free lifestyle design workbook that helps you with questions to work out how does a perfect day look like for you. I'll let you
we can put the link below.
Down below. So the whole idea of pursuing this lifestyle is so you're able to fit everything that you enjoy into your work day. So it's important to get clear on that, and then once we get clear on that, work out what is stopping you from taking action today.
Guys, I would really love to hear about if there are any creator viewers or people that have something in mind and they don't know where to start. Put it in the comment box below. It would be really cool to sort of see what's on your mind right now.
Yes. There's this really good teacher on the internet called google.com where you can pretty much figure out anything. We talked about the mindset already, and now another thing that has been a really big challenge for me is the guilt. I think some of you can probably relate. Your parents have given you this great lifestyle and you feel like you have to, repay the gratitude with doing what they want to do, and you feel guilty for pursuing a passion that you don't have this fancy corporate job or whatever it may be. And I think that's something that I've learned along the way is gratitude and guilt are two different things, and you should never ever feel guilty about wanting to pursue your digital nomad life. Another challenge that I face as well is comparison. In today's social media world, it's so easy to compare your day 1 to someone's day 562. Someone might have been on that journey for 2 years, and here you are starting out thinking that, oh my God, I'm not going to make it, and you give up in 2 weeks because you feel like you haven't achieved what someone has put into.
Or even after a year.
And it takes a long time to build, and I think that, don't buy into the whole, quit your job in 30 days and make $10,000, $100,000. It's not realistic, because the more you compare yourself, the more you feel like you're not good enough, and it really fucks with your head.
It can make you very insecure.
From there, it's going to affect how you're going to ask your clients for money, and it's going to, it has a dominoes effect.
It's cool that you can learn so many things from other people, and no matter if they're just kick-starting their journey or maybe they're just a year or 2 years. I spoke with someone that's doing this for 10 years. You learn so much from other people.
Yeah. Before taking the leap, I think one of the important things is to get your finance sorted. I know, money is not everything, but if you're going to move your life across the countries or, across the world, you need to have some sort of contingency plan, whether it's savings or credit card that allows you to use them in the case of emergency. So including your insurance and all that stuff. If your laptop breaks halfway through your journey, you need to fix that shit because your whole life and business depends on that.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think another thing that I would say as well is to have a plan, but approach it with an open mind. At the end of the day, you're still running a business, so you need to have a rough idea of where are the places that you're able to do your work. So Wi-Fi is really important. Personally, I like to go to co-working spaces because, sometimes it gets really lonely, and that's probably a whole topic on itself. So co-working spaces is a great place to meet like-minded people, and that's something that I always look out for before I go to a new location. So this question is something that I get asked a lot on social media. You want to take a guess of this answer?
So I don't think that you know when the perfect time is.
Bingo! You know, I tell people there's no perfect time because there's always more money to earn. There's always more things to look out for before it's certain. But I think sometimes we forget that, you know, by choosing this path, uncertainty is probably like the dominant the denominator of the whole equation.
Yeah.
And I think if you believe that it's possible, the universe is going to guide you the right way. So there's no perfect time to do it. Okay. This is actually the first time I share these stories, so you guys are the first to know. So my greatest failure is probably around June or July last year when I started, you know, wanting to do so many things at once, and that's probably something that a multi-passionate entrepreneur would face, where you just have all these ideas and you want to execute everything, and we all know that if you spread your focus too thin, nothing gets done. That's kind of what happened with me. I wanted to scale my agency, I wanted to do more marketing to China and a gazillion different things. And what ended up happening is I got so overwhelmed. I did a lot of, I guess I made some not so sound investments. So I pretty much burned my savings. This is actually a really good question. And what I have also noticed amongst the digital nomad community is there's actually a negative connotation. So real digital nomads don't actually like to call themselves digital nomad because, you know, I think people they think that it's like you're just enjoying your life and you're just sipping cocktails by the pool, not working, or working money out of your dodgy online business, which I think that's a misconception that a lot of people have. I'm not going to deny, you know, having to be able to go do my nails 3 p.m. in the afternoon or go to the beach and all that stuff, but there's a lot of hard work, sweat and tears when it comes to managing this lifestyle. So I've known Nina for about 3 months now, and I think that I was going to ask her, you know, the boring questions, but I think that this is probably a really interesting topic though. Like, what are the challenges of dating as a digital nomad, because everyone is there for like 2 days or 2 months, you know, and what is the best part about dating as a digital nomad? Because now it's my turn to roast her.
Okay, so about dating life, I'm someone that really loves to date, and I'm also someone that's on the road a lot. I have been since April until December, mostly switching locations every other week.
She's a true nomad.
So in Dutch we have this sentence, in elk stadje anders schatje, and it basically means like in every city another sweetheart. It's not like that, but I think what I love mostly about like the dating nomad life is that when you're single and when you're up for it, me and as an extrovert, is that you meet so many cool people, and I think that dating is not really about having sex. It's more about like getting to know someone through very cool experiences and being very meaningful about it. So that led me to being almost always on a honeymoon. It's kind of addictive in the sense that I'm in tropical places. It's something that I know that I couldn't have back home, and that's
you trying to get this experience. You know, she told me about it, and I'm like, let me know, guys. Put a thumbs up if you think that she needs to start organizing dating events in Bali or all across the world, because, you know, people like me needs to experience this honeymoon period.